Hi everyone, welcome to this half-term, half-hour mat Pilates class, which is perfect for you if during this half-term week you haven't been able to make it to class, or if you'd like to have an extra practice at home, you can follow this through too. It is mixed ability, but again, listen to your body, do what feels right, and if anything doesn't, then please do stop. I haven't got music attached to this video, so you may want to put some music on in the background as we start your practice today. So we're going to start with our standing warm-up. Stand with your feet hip distance apart, thinking about that setup. Make sure that we're drawing up through the legs and checking in with your pelvis, just making sure it's nice and straight, north and south, east and west. And then drawing up through your body, we're going to elongate from the spine all the way from the tailbone, stretching it up all the way through up to our neck. And imagine you've got that golden thread that's coming out the crown of your head. And on the next inhale, exhale, release, and just have a sense of stretching and that spine and your neck just that little bit longer. And keep that breath going, inhale and exhale. Thinking about the posture and our alignment, take a moment just to lift your shoulders up and gently just draw them back and down. So just realigning where our shoulders need to be today, creating some space between our earlobe and our shoulder. On the next breath, let's start to engage those core muscles. So drawing up the pelvic floor muscles, and from the inside, outside, drawing in those TVA, transverse abdominis, and also our obliques. And then exhale, release. And again, inhale, so start to draw them up inside and just notice how they're feeling. And notice that activation too. And exhale, release. And then once more, inhale, just drawing those muscles up inside. And then exhale, release. And remembering that in this class, we want to try to keep about a 20 or 30% activation as we go through our class. Coming to that breath, you want to be inhaling and widening through your rib cage as you do so. And exhale, release. Again, inhale, nice and wide into those ribs. And exhale, release, starting to center and starting to connect your breath work along with your body and your mind. Moving to our mobility, we're going to inhale. We're going to just start looking after our right shoulder. Little gaze over there. And then inhale, exhale, come back to center. And then switch sides. Inhale, turning over to your left. And then switch sides. And then again, inhale, coming over to your left. Feel that stretch, soften through the jaw. And come back to center. And then once more, coming over to the left. And then coming back to center. And then from here, you're going to take your right arm, you're going to extend it all the way out. Just feel that stretch. Bring it all the way over your head. Just holding on your crown of your head, just above your ear. And just gently start to pull your neck gently down, just to create a little stretch again through that neck. Breathing into that as you do so. And just notice how that's feeling. And release that arm, coming all the way back down. Switch sides, taking your left arm, stretch it out. Coming all the way over the crown of your head. And again, finding that nice spot. So then gently make sure you're just pulling down all the way through that neck. And just have a notice how that might be feeling for you. And gently release. Move to your shoulders, and we're going to start to just lift our shoulders up, drawing them up, back and down. So starting just to create some movement into those shoulders today. And again, noticing how they feel, releasing any tension you may have, any tightness as we lift them up and start to just draw them back and down. Do one more, going backwards. And then let's just switch direction, coming forwards. So just starting to really pull the shoulders from the back, taking them as far forward as you can. Just creating some mobility as we do so. Do one more for me. And bring your hands back down by your sides. We're going to start to reach our arms up out forward, bringing the palms of your hands together. Just reach them up and then gently bring them back down. Again, come back up, maybe come up a little bit higher this time, maybe up above the crown of your head. And then exhale, release. And then once more, this time we're going to reach them all the way up. We're going to come up all the way over our head, if that works for you. Pulling up, try and have a sense of pulling up from your spine, not just reaching up from your rib cage. Just notice how that might be feeling as you hold your hands above your head. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. Come back down once more. And again, inhale, we're going to reach up, stretching all the way up past the crown of your head. Up and over, reach your hands up. And again, just take notice how that's feeling. See if you can reach up that little bit longer. Turn the backs of your palms, so the backs of your palms together, so your hands are facing outwards. And then just gently bring them down by the sides, nice and active. All the way down to your hips. And then take a breath. We're going to bring our hands, we're going to cross our hands so they're onto our shoulders. Soften the knees. So we're going to start with a little twist from side to side, rotating through the torso. So inhale, just twist over to the right. Try to keep those hips forward. And come back to center. Inhale, and then exhale, twist over to the left. And then coming back to center. And once more, twisting over to the right. Coming back to center. And then once more, twisting over to the left. Just feeling that rotation through the waist. Bring your arms back down by your sides. Let's do some side bending. So inhale, start to look down towards your right fingertips. And as you do so, start to draw them down the side of your leg. Feeling the stretch and your opposite ribs opening up. Breathe. And then gently return. Switch sides, taking that to the left. So start to draw your fingertips down on the left. Also taking your gaze to follow. Inhale and then exhale, coming back up once more. And again, take your right. Start to draw the fingertips down. Take your gaze to follow. And this time you can take your left hand. Try and take it, reach it up and over the crown of your head. Feeling again the stretch for your ribs. Creating that nice C curve. As you do so, hold for a moment. And just feel that stretch. And then inhale, exhale, start to release the hands. And the fingertips can come back up too. Switch sides. So again, take your gaze down towards the fingertips on the left. And your fingertips start drawing down. And as you draw them down and they can't go any further, start to lift up your right hand, extending it all the way over the crown of your head. Breathe and hold. Just feel that stretch and allow it to happen. And then gently return. Your arm down and bring your fingertips back up. Have a little roll of those shoulders. And just see how they feel. We're going to move down to our feet. So looking down to your feet, start to push into your toes. So start just pushing from one to the other alternates. So just waking up your ankles as we do this. Starting to feel that connection to the floor. Noticing how they're feeling, our ankles, our toes, our knees maybe as well. And just keep that going as we start doing a few alternates, just really warming up through those ankles. And do two more. And then from here, we're going to go into our squat. So either with your feet hip distance apart, or for a gentle squat, just taking them out slightly wider. Bring your hands up, clasp your hands. And we're just going to inhale, we're going to squat down. Sitting right back into that seat and gently come back up. Inhale, squat down. And exhale, push up with power. Keep that going. Inhale, squat down. And push up with power. And we're going to do two more. Push down, come back up with power. And once more, we're going to push down. And we're just going to come up with power. Perfect. Release your hands back down by your sides. Come to the From here, we're going to do a nice roll down. So we're going to take our hands onto our hip bones first. We're going to try to start with our forward fold spine stretch. Soften through the knees, start to take your tailbone back and start to reach forward, coming in, extending through your spine. Breathe as you do so, pushing your weight equally into your feet. And just hold for a couple of breaths, inhaling and exhaling as you do. If it becomes uncomfortable at any point, feel free just to bend your knees and come out. Try to hold for a couple more breaths and just try to sense your spine stretching from your tailbone all the way up through the crown of your head. Soften through those knees and gently release. Take your arms down by your sides. We're now going to take that forward bend all the way to the floor. So imagine your spine's Velcro to the wall behind. Inhale, start to tuck your chin, start to roll down. You can use your hands onto your thighs to guide you, or you can allow your hands just to hang by your side. Just waking up and mobilizing your spine. Allow your head to hang heavy as you get towards the floor. Keep your breath going. Inhale and exhale. And again, soften the knees if you need to and slowly start to roll back up. Nice and controlled. Ensuring that your shoulders and head come up last. Perfect. We're going to move to the floor, so find your own way to the floor. If you wish to though, you could take a nice step forward onto your right knee, as long as your knees are feeling okay. And then start to bend both your knees down towards the floor. Take your hands, when you arrive, untuck your back toe. And then take your front leg and just bring it back behind you. We're going to be starting today on our back, so you can turn your legs around and bring yourselves down all the way to your mat, finding that nice long spine. And we start in that neutral position, so relaxing your shoulders onto the mat. Again, extending through the spine, soften through those ribs. And just have a notice about how your pelvis is sitting, checking it's nice and level. We're going to start to draw our belly button towards our spine, engaging. And we're going to start with some single leg lifts. So we inhale, we're going to take our right leg just up to that tabletop. And we take it back down. And then switch. So start to move in our toe taps as we bring our knee up towards our chest. Inhale. Keep those alternates going. And come back down. So inhale, lift, exhale. And come back down. So keep that going for a few more. Nice. Just feeling that connection and ensuring we're keeping that pelvis as stable and as level as we can. And then do one more. And then come back down. And then this time we can move that forward. We can take our right leg to tabletop and then we take our left leg up to join. We take our right leg down and then we take our left leg down. So as we lift, we want to take our right leg up. We really want to imprint, engaging those core muscles and then bringing up the left. And then we're going to take the right down and then we're going to take the left down. So let's do 4 more. Inhale, lifting your right. Exhale, lifting the left. Lowering the right and lowering the left. And again, inhale, lifting your right. Lift your left and lower the left and then lower the right down. On the next breath, we're going to go into our single leg stretch. So you're going to take your right leg up into your tabletop, imprint, pulling down from your rib cage to your spine, taking your left leg up as well. You're going to start to draw your left knee in towards you, holding onto the shin. So feel that connection. From here, as you inhale, you can either extend your leg high, and then on the exhale, we then switch, and we switch, and we switch. If you want to challenge yourselves a little bit more, then you can start to take your opposite leg and you can extend it further down towards the ground. So work out how it feels comfortable for you. Just keeping that going for a few more. 4, 3, and 2, and then 1. Bring those knees back in and just have a little rock from side to side. Just notice how you're feeling. We're going to do some more work on those abdominals. So we're going to take the legs down to the ground. And we're going to start with your abdominal curls. So again, just bringing your hands around to the back, just underneath the nape of your head there, fingertips touching, so you're supporting your head. And on the inhale, exhale, we're starting to lift up our head. And if you wish to, just gently lifting the shoulders off as well, curling through your belly, looking for your legs, and then gently release. We'll try to do 10. So inhale, exhale, come up. And gently release back down. And as you do so, try to make sure you're just supporting your head and you're not pulling on your neck as you lift and lower. And just have a sense of those muscles in your belly really activating, squeezing together as you curl up in the abdominal curl, building some nice strength into your belly. Try and do 5 more. Lift up and come back down. Inhale, exhale, lift. And inhale, come back down. Inhale, exhale, lift. And come back down. And inhale, exhale, lift. Well done. Come back down. And just one more if you can. Inhale, exhale, lift. And then come back down. Great stuff. Release your hands for a moment. Bringing your hands back down by your sides. And we're going to come back up once more. So bring them back up once you've released. And this time we're going to go across the body for our crisscross. So inhale, you take your right elbow to your left knee. So inhale, so you're just twisting across, working into those obliques. Twist round using the opposite side, so doing alternates as we go. So starting to wake up and feel those obliques and the transverse abdominis muscles down the side of your body working. Keep that flow going. Inhale, exhale, don't forget your breath. Keeping that pelvis as steady as you can. Breathe as you go. Let's try and do 5 more. Keep going. 4. One on each leg. I know you might be feeling that working into those abdominals. 3. 2. And then 1 more to go. Well done. And 1. Perfect. Bring that last one down. Lovely. Take your hands back down by your sides. Have a nice deep breath. We'll move into our bridge, building strength into our legs and into our shoulders and our back muscles. So bring your feet in, checking in that they're about hip distance apart. You can bring your feet in towards your bottom, so you can almost tickle your heels with your fingertips. Your hands then stay steady on the floor, making sure that it's just using them for support. And finding that nice neutral spine. So we want to make sure our pelvis is not too far forward or too far back. So have a notice how that's feeling today. Imagine you can still show a little space underneath your lumbar area, softening through those ribs, lengthening that spine. And then on your breath, you're going to start to peel up. So peeling up all your vertebrae, pushing up, pushing equal weight into your feet as you start to lift your hips. Gently tuck your chin as we come into a shoulder bridge. Pushing into your thighs, trying not to flare your ribs too much. Breathe and hold. Notice how that feels. And on the exhale, slightly roll down. All the way back to that neutral spine. So notice as you roll your spine back down. Come back to your neutral. Inhale, we go again. Exhale, start to lift, pushing up. Doing it with control. And as we get there, arrive, really squeeze your bottom, activating through your glutes and your bum too. Inhale, exhale, gently, slowly release back down. Nice and controlled. And again, inhale, start to roll up. Pushing into those feet, ensuring the ribs don't flare. And then gently release back down. And inhale, exhale, start to roll back up. Again, pushing the weight into your feet. And then this time as you arrive, you're going to take your right leg and you just take it up into a tabletop, bringing the knee in towards you. Lower that back down, keep your bridge nice and high. Pushing the weight into your right foot, lift the left, bringing it into tabletop. Bring that leg down and then lower back down. So just challenging our strength on our independent legs. Find your neutral, we go again. Inhale, rolling back up. Pushing equal weight into your feet. And then from here again, we're going to take that right leg, bring it up into that tabletop. Bring it back down, trying to keep your pelvis nice and steady. Inhale, put the weight into your right foot as we lift the left. And gently lower back down. And then bring your bridge and lower back down to the mat. Finding that neutral spine once more. Last time, we're going to inhale, we're going to start to roll it up all the way into that bridge position. Putting equal weight into your feet. You squeeze and activate through those glutes. And on the next breath, you take your hands extending overhead. You want to be stretching from your spine and not just flaring your rib cage. Feel that stretch all the way through your body. I gaze forward. Have a nice deep breath. Notice how that feels. Really activating through your back muscles. And then from here, keep your hands above your head. Just start to slowly bring your bottom back down to the floor. And with that, you'll feel a nice stretch through your upper back. And then when you arrive, you're going to bring your hands down to follow. Coming all the way to the floor. Perfect. From here, we're going to turn ourselves onto our all the way round. So we're going to come all the way round, coming onto our hands and knees. If being on your hands and knees doesn't work for you, you can also do this the opposite way round. You can be onto your back. I've got a couple more exercises to do before we finish. So take your hands underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. Finding that nice 4-point position, drawing your shoulder blades down your back and lengthening through your spine. From here, we're just going to take the right arm, we're going to extend it forward, palm facing forward. So feel that stretch all the way through your arm. Inhale, exhale, come back down. Finding the weight again into your right hand as we gently lift the left. Stretch forward and come back down. Again, we're going to reach the right. We're going to extend forward, stretch. And then we're going to gently come back down. And again, we're going to switch, pushing our weight into the right hand as we extend through the left. And then gently come back down. Pushing equal weight back into your hands. We're going to start now with our legs. So we're going to take our right leg out. We're going to extend it back, bringing it up to your height of your hip. And then gently bringing it back in. And then switch sides. So trying to keep your pelvis as level as you can. Bring the left leg up. And then bringing it back down. And this time we're going to try alternates. If that's not for you, feel free to either do your legs or just your arms. We can take your right arm and your left leg, extend out. Feel that extension through your body. And then inhale, exhale, return. Switch sides. Left and right, stretch that out. And gently return. And again, keep that flow going. So really noticing what's happening through your back. Really trying to keep that stability. Imagine you have that tray of drinks on your back. Keeping it as still as you can. As we're reaching forwards. And then we're coming back in. And then one more. Come back down. And reach once more, right to left, come back down. And then once more, we reach up and then we come back down. Perfect. Release your hands, just give them a shake if you need to. We have one more back strength exercise we're going to do. Pushing equal weight into your hands. You're going to start to just gently tuck your toes. You want to make sure you have equal weight into your hands, lifting up from your core. Tucking your toes, you're going to start to just gently push off the mat with your knees bent. And then inhale, exhale, return back down. Untuck the toes. We go again. We tuck the toes and we're just gently pushing up just a few centimetres off the mat, feeling that strength in your arms and your legs as we do so. And we're going to gently untuck the toes. And again, tuck the toes, pushing yourself up. And then gently come back down. Untuck the toes. And let's see if we can do that just once more. Well done. I know there's a lot of pressure on the arms. Pushing strength into your elbows and your arms. Push up and then gently return to the mat. Great stuff. If you wish to, you can take your knees out wide, or you can keep your knees together. And you're going to take your arms forward, taking your forehead to the mat if you want to go as far as that, pushing your bottom back, just coming into a nice extended child's pose. Just have a few breaths here. Well done, because we've worked hard in this class. Finding that time for yourself on the mat today. So just notice how that feels. Have a moment. Well done. And then gently pushing into your hands. Start to find your way into a nice seated position and come and join me there. So turning around, finding that nice seated position, however that works for you. It could be with your legs crossed, you can have your legs open, you can be on your knees. Just have a notice, sitting up nice and tall, whichever position you've decided to be in today. Have a nice deep breath. Bring your arms up, stretching all the way overhead once more. And gently we'll bring them back down. And then from here, take your hands, clasp your hands forward, just gently tucking your chin. Feeling the stretch through your upper back once more. And then gently bring your arms all the way back and behind. Pull your shoulder blades back and down. Sit up tall. Be proud. Well done. And then bring your hands all the way back overhead. And bring your hands back down centre. So thanks so much for joining me for this 30-minute half-term practice today. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope it's kept you moving, and I'll see you in class soon. Thanks, bye.